This may seem unlikely, but it's actually quite easy to turn your favorite snapshot into art. Seems pretty unlikely, but just hold on one second. Turns out all you need is your smartphone and the right app. Tech expert Amy Iverson tried out 3 apps that can transform an ordinary photo into a masterpiece. Take a look.
Hi, I put 3 artsy photo apps to the test using one of my favorite family snapshots, and I'm gonna let you see how they work. First up is PopsiColor. Now the idea with this app is that there are a bunch of different popsicles and they have different colors you can wash over your photo. You choose the colors and then you decide if you want the effect to be a vertical, horizontal, or even spiral. It's kind of an artsy, fun look, and I like that it works really fast. It has this kind of quirky aspect that makes some of the color appear to have a dripping effect if you hold your phone upright. So if you don't want that dripping effect, you have to make sure that you're holding your phone parallel to the ground. I don't like that you have to go through kind of a long process each time, and you can't just try a bunch of different effects on the same photo. You have to start from the beginning every single time. PopsiColor is available in iOS for $2.99. The second app I tried is called DreamScope. Talk about artsy. This thing has more than 100 filters you can try, and a lot of them are named after famous artists, and then they take on their style. So you have Cezanne and Van Gogh and Matisse. There are a few watercolor filters on this, and this one is the basic watercolor filter. I tried all of the watercolor filters they offer, but I didn't really like how any of them turned out. My favorites leaned more toward the oil painting techniques. This one turned out to be my favorite, the Renoir 2 filter. And this is not a quick process and can take up to 3 minutes or so before your photo is ready. There is a really great feature though. Once the app finishes transforming your photo, you can toggle back and forth between the original and the finished product with just a tap. DreamScope is a free app for iOS and Android. But my favorite app by far is one I actually featured here on Studio 5 a few years ago. It's still the best. Waterlog has 12 styles of watercolor effects to choose from, like bold or even rainy, and you can refine it to have more or less detail. The watercolor is so natural looking, you'll even see some smudging and some bleeding and other imperfections that actually add to the realism. One thing I love about Waterlog is that instead of putting all the colors down at once, it uses this more natural looking process of starting with the darker colors and then it layers the lighter colors on top. And then when you choose the filter, you can watch the effect happen in real time. This app is $2.99 in the App Store and is also available for Windows. With all of these apps, when you use the watercolor feature, I found that landscapes or architecture seem to work better than portraits, but that DreamScope app did have some great options for portraits. You just have to play around with these. I know that you will find your favorite in no time.
Looks like whatever app you choose, the photos will be frame-worthy. Those are amazing.